Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian Kingsbury. Today we're going to talk about 5 small items you can sell out of an eBay store. For those of you who are new to the channel, I've got 2 eBay stores. I've got premium stores, 2 premium stores, and my channel kind of details the ins and outs of my business. I show you guys what's sold, I show you guys what I'm buying, and of course I show you what we're listing and trying to flip for big money. Today we're going to talk about 5 items, 5 small items that you can flip online through an eBay store. So this video is for all of you who have thought about starting an eBay business, thought about opening a store, and maybe just didn't know what you wanted to list. Maybe you don't have a lot of space and you're not sure if it's something that you could do to make a little extra money. Well, with these 5 items that you can focus on, it's not going to take up a lot of space and you can easily start an eBay store to make a little additional money. Now in my stores I have over 6,000 items listed, but just recently I've added kind of a small section. This focuses on these 5 small items and a few others that don't take up a lot of space and are ideal for listing and making money online. So the idea I had when I started this section of my store was to find items that will fit in this little envelope, a perfect little size envelope. I picked these up at Fred Meyer, and you can slide smalls into this and it won't take up a lot of space. Now the first item that I'm going to talk about is kind of a culmination of 3 different items. I'm going to call it Blu-ray DVDs. Obviously regular DVDs sell at a certain rate, but Blu-rays often sell better, so I like to focus on Blu-rays. I also group CDs into that category, basic media, movies and CDs. So they fit perfect in that little envelope and they don't take up a lot of space, and you can stack them on a shelving unit. Let me give you a look at what my little section of this small section looks like. So here's a look at my small section. As you can see, it just started with a little shelving unit. You can just stack them on there. I number them so that they're easy to find when they sell, and it doesn't take up a lot of space at all. I've expanded it to 2 shelving units, and then I've started to add these little boxes here, little totes full of them as well. So we got quite a little small section going now. So I first started this small section when I got into buying storage units. There's many videos up on my channel of me cleaning out storage units, and oftentimes you find movies, you find DVDs, and you find CDs, and one unit I found a nice Blu-ray collection, and I started listing those Blu-rays and I had quite a bit of success. So I checked out the sell-through rate, and actually Blu-rays do sell a little bit better than other movies. So next time you go to the thrift, check out that Blu-ray section and make that the first of the items that you can add to your little small section on eBay. Now the second item I'm going to talk about is also in that media idea. It's in that media realm. It's video games. So oftentimes, you buy storage units, you get video games, or you go to the thrift, there's plenty of video games. Garage sales, pawn shops, you can always source video games. One good source of finding video games is to do a little online arbitrage. If you search video game lot, you can often find video games that people played and got tired of, they want to let up and they want to get rid of. You can buy those, list them individually, and make quite a bit of money on those lots. And again, those video games fit perfectly in these little envelopes. So you can go through eBay, check the sell-through rate on video games, but I'm going to give you a tip right now. Nintendo Switch. If you want the ones that sell at a higher sell-through rate, if you can see anything for the Nintendo Switch, those are the video games you want to pick up. All the kids have their little Switch. They use it when they go traveling, and those are quite popular and they sell pretty quickly. Now the third small item that you can add to this section was the one that I started off with. It's belt buckles. And I would get belt buckles in these storage units. Then I did buy them online using online arbitrage to source them. You can find them at garage sales, you can find them at flea markets, and they're plentiful. People don't necessarily wear belt buckles these days. In the South maybe they do, or if you're a cowboy you do, but they collect them, and people do collect belt buckles, and oftentimes they pay really good money, especially for specific belt buckles. If you search the sell-through rate, sorted out by highest to lowest, the highest priced belt buckles, you'll be surprised at how much some of these belt buckles are going for. And what I've run into online is when you do online arbitrage to source your product, Sometimes, you'll find somebody who's just listing grandpa's belt buckle collection. They don't know a lot about belt buckles. They haven't done the research. They don't know they have a $100 belt buckle in the collection. They just posted up online a lot of belt buckles trying to get a few bucks for grandpa's collection after he passed away or something, and that's where you can take advantage of your knowledge of the belt buckle category. You can search what sells and you can see those specific buckles in the lot and know that you can pay a certain amount for that lot because one buckle might pay for the entire lot. Another category in the small section that I've begun adding to my section over there is patches. Now, I would buy junk drawer lots, and a lot of times they would throw these patches in there, and you look them up and they do sell. Oftentimes you get Harley Davidson patches or even vintage 70s patches. People like to repurpose denim jackets. They like to make these biker vests or whatnot, and that's very popular. People will sew these patches on just to add a little flair to their new clothing, turn an old jeans jacket into something special. And again, patches are something you can buy in bulk. Search keyword patch lot, and you will find bunches of patches online. And sometimes one of them will pay for the whole lot, just the same as the belt buckle. You get a cool Harley Davidson patch from the 1970s, one of those big Harley patches that you can put on the back of a denim jacket. You can ask upwards of $100 for that, and they are out there in these patch lots. Now, the fifth and final item that I'm going to talk about adding to the small section are pins. Now, again, I came across pins while garage sailing. I came across an Olympic pin collection, and I thought, man, that's pretty cool. Maybe I could do some research and see what these are going for. Now, these were from Calgary, the Winter Olympics, and I paid $50 for the entire lot. And it was quite a mass amount of pins, and I just kind of separated them by category. Some of them were in little cases, and I listed those, based on 5 pins for so much, and others I listed individually if they were something special. Now, the vintage pins are ideal. Those do sell well. People do search keyword vintage pin, but you might also want to look out for Disney pins. A lot of times people do collect Disney pins. They go to Disney every year and they pick up a pin, and they want to get the ones that they don't have in their collection. And where do they go? They go to eBay. So if you have a pin collection, you buy a lot of Disney pins, you list them individually, and you can ask upwards of $10 to $20 per pin. And obviously with any collection, some pins are more valuable than the others, but all you have to do is search that sell-through rate and search highest to lowest, and you'll see the top selling Disney pins. So I want to thank everybody for watching this far. There you have it, 5 categories that you can list in the small section on eBay. Set up a small little section in the corner of your house. It won't take up much space, and you'll have regular sales. Since you've watched this far, I'm going to go ahead and add a few more extras. One additional item that I have begun selling are Matchbox cars. You guys saw the envelopes that I use, those Matchbox cars. You wrap them in some bubble wrap, slide them right in there, and they fit perfectly. And again, Matchbox cars can sell for a lot of money. I try to focus on the ones that are new on card, since you can pick those up quite regularly. Matchbox car lots are plentiful on eBay as well. You can buy them up the lot and list them individually. Again, splitting it up to make the profit you need. Another small category that you might want to think about are medals. When I say medals, I'm talking about like military medals. I buy these junk drawer lots, and a lot of times they throw in a medal, and people do collect those. Believe it or not, people collect other people's medals, and a lot of them, come from World War II or World War I even. You find those old World War medals, that's big money. The final 2 items I'm going to talk about are jewelry and toys. Obviously jewelry, you can buy jewelry lots. I've done very well with vintage brooches. You buy a jewelry lot that has a bunch of vintage brooches, the nice colorful ones from the 70s. People snatch those up really quick. And the other category is toys. We mentioned the Matchbox toy cars, but you can also get into the action figures. A lot of times, you know, these old G.I. Joe action figures or Star Wars action figures, those have a pretty good sell-through rate depending on the characters, and they're easy to ship. They're lightweight, they fit right in one of those envelopes, and they don't take up a lot of space. So there you have it. 5 items that you can list into a small section of your eBay store, plus a few extras. So if you feel like you got a little value from watching this video, and maybe you might give it a shot and start a small section, open up a store on eBay to make a little additional money, I'd ask that you consider subscribing to my channel. I'm going to provide some tips and tricks on how to grow your eBay store and make more money in 2024. That's what we're working on. We're trying to get more money coming in. Obviously, the marketplace has changed a lot, so you got to kind of think outside the box, and sometimes this small section is the way to go. It doesn't take up a lot of space. You can make a decent amount of money on each item, and you can source online. You don't have to go searching for it. You can just buy it up online and list it individually. So to reiterate, if you want more tips and tricks like this, be sure to hit that subscription button and ring that notification bell. When you ring that notification bell, you're notified every time I drop a new video. My daily vlogs come out every morning. It details the ins and outs of my business. If you're interested in that, you can subscribe and watch that every morning. You'll learn a little bit about what's going well in my store and maybe what I'm leaning away from, trends and all that sort of stuff. I'm keeping you guys abreast of what's going on in my store and my life in general. So I've been watching a lot of vloggers, and they say to educate and entertain. So that's what I'm hoping to do. I'm hoping to educate you a little, let you guys know what I've been trying and what has worked for me, and what maybe you could try in the future and make a little extra money on the side. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now that you made it to the end, if you could do me a little favor, hit that blue thumbs up button, like the video on your way out. That will get it in front of more eyes, and I can help more people grow my channel and educate those about the reseller business. Thanks again. I'm Brian Kingsbury. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.